Hello. This week I read Demon Slayer Volume 12, which I enjoyed, and I would say it was a very good way of exploring. I think it was Genyu's backstory, as in Sonami's. I think his name is Sonami's little brother, and his backstory, as well as showing how heartbreaking his entire thing is. Believe me, prepare tissues for that one. Hunter x Hunter 3 in 1 volume, volume 14, which spans. The Demon Slayer volume 12 has 192 pages long. And as for the Hunter x Hunter volume 4, which spans the volumes 10, 11, and 12, 584 pages long, which again I enjoyed, and I found that it explored the Phantom Troop very well. It showed that the Phantom Troop wasn't just a regular villain group. After all, if it was a regular villain group, they wouldn't exactly take some time to get rid of a lot of mafia people just to mourn one of their own. And I do like the fact that this does show how Chrollo is like, as well as just how different he can be to most antagonists like that are heads of villain groups. And on top of that, it also shows how Hisoka is attracted to a lot of things about the Phantom Troop, as well as Chrollo and Machi in particular. Even though I'm pretty certain he wants to fight every single person, as well as it explores the motives of Hisoka and him being in the Phantom Troop very well, as well as it shows how Kurapika is a very different kind of person whenever it comes to the Phantom Troop, opposed to him with Gon and Killua. And I did like the fact that the food fight that Gon and Killua have during, I think it's 11 or 12, one of those, just brought back that smile again, which I'm appreciative of. And I did like the fact that Leorio also took note of the intensity of how Kurapika has changed, as well as his aura. And I would say it was a very well done volume. Also, I did finish Salamillion, but for some reason that's not logged down. And that consists of I don't know, but I will find out in a moment. Just hang with me, okay? and that's 352 pages. So I would say that that was a very good it was a very good book, and I would say it did well in showing how the parody of Middle Earth formed, as well as it was very short, sweet, to the point, and it did well in honouring as well as parodying the entire Tolkienverse, which I did love. And I would say when I read it, I did not expect what happened to, I think it was called the Billed and Luth woman. Anyway, you'll know when you get there, which was a very long chapter split up into different chapters, which I did enjoy, and I would say it does have a very dark and tragic ending. And yet at the same time I didn't expect it, and it was very good. And would I recommend people read it? Yeah. And I would say you would enjoy it. Plus, as it is within 300 pages long, I'm pretty certain that George R. R. Martin could take a leaf out of a Roberts book, because, as I said, it's short, sweet, to the point, and doesn't need to be very long. And I would say there are some chapters that would just fly by, and you would enjoy it if you like world building. If you also like good stories, yeah, there are good stories there, and there are some hilarious ones. So I would say, yeah, I've had a very good reading week, despite the fact that I was helping my nan move a lot of stuff from the attic and put it and shift between which ones were needing to be kept, as well as stuff that needed to be going in the skip. If you want to know what I'll be attempting to read this week, I would highly recommend that you look on Patreon for that, as well as if you want to know a bit more about Miami Shorts and why I decided to do certain things, as well as my thoughts on every single arc that I post. Again, that's Patreon. But if it's just written, that's just Yummy Shorts. If it's got a video, then that's all about my reading stuff. And I would say, yeah, I have enjoyed my reading week. So, as per usual, see you next week. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for keeping me accountable. Thank you for increasing the amount of people that I am accountable to. Continue to share. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, because I'm counting on that peer pressure to keep me going, keeping me reading, and making sure that I'm able to get through all the books that I have on my TBR and not go silly on everything. And on top of that, as I usually say, read what you like within reason. And thank you for watching this again. And God bless every single one of you. And see you next week. Have a nice reading week.